Today is a very special day for me. Today is the 10th anniversary of Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know, this doesn't mean much to other people, but like to me it means like slightly more than those other people who think it's literally a shit day. So I've been playing Five Nights at Freddy's and Five Nights at Freddy's fan games and watching Five Nights at Freddy's content like a cringe lord for about 9 years now. So I'm not exactly the veteran of veterans, but I love this game a lot and it means somewhat something to me. So I wanted to make a video dedicated to it because I need content and also because I love this game. Scott Compton, if you're watching this, which I know you're not, please subscribe and please give me like $3 billion. I'm in severe debt right now. Please, man, please. Anyway, today's video idea is going to be a little bit different and it's probably going to be a longer video, but I don't know because I haven't recorded anything yet. I am going to play all the most popular Five Nights at Freddy's fan games in the last 8 years, minus 2 years, because 2021 and 2022 and 2023 were not good years for Five Nights at Freddy's fan games. Now, I know the math doesn't check out on that, but I think it's time I just play the games and have some fun. So, I will be ranking the games on a 1 out of 10 scale system after I'm done playing them. To any of the other FNaF fans watching this, I hope you enjoy the video, and maybe go play some of these games for yourself if you haven't. Anyway, let's get right into the video. I felt like it was appropriate to start off with Five Nights at Candy's first because this game was one of the first, if not the first, official FNaF fan game that was made with like a lot of effort that wasn't the return to Freddy's. But we don't talk about that. The point being that Five Nights at Candy's is one of the first, and it deserves to be first on the list, especially for how it actually copies the Five Nights at Freddy's formula pretty well and even adds on to it. It was first released in 2015. It has 3 sequels, being, part of a trilogy. They were supposed to release a 4th game, but, that's never gonna happen. And with 1 remaster, which is what's on screen right now, I think it's time that we move into the gameplay. There are 7 animatronics total throughout the entire game, and 8 if you count the secret final night. There is Candy and Cindy, who will wander through the building until they reach one of your 2 doors. They have glowing eyes and you will not need to use night vision to see them on the cameras or in the doorways. Chester, who basically functions the same as Candy and Cindy but starts on cam 9. The Penguin is the exact same except he is smaller and harder to track on the cameras. When he enters your office, he will start opening and shutting both of your doors and windows at random.
Can take your order. Can take order. Your order.
Blank is a character like Foxy where he will silently switch phases on cam 11. You cannot see him without night vision. If not checked on enough, he will silently move to your office window and smash it open if it's not closed in time. Old Candy starts on cam 10 in parts and service. He will slowly make his way towards your office and only attacks on the left door. Just like Blank, he has no eyes and will need night vision to track him on the cameras. He only appears on night 3 and onward. The Rat is an animatronic that the company hid from us until night 6. He acts the same as every other animatronic, except he is much more active and will aggressively switch cameras, making it hard to track him. If that wasn't hard enough, none of the phone calls mention his existence and he can attack you as early as 12 AM. He starts on cam 9 and the employee's only door on the left. This room is not on the mini-map. Once out, he will relentlessly start moving around the restaurant. He can even enter through both doors and has no eyes, making tracking him with night vision impossible. After beating this night, you will unlock an extras menu. If you zoom in on the rat's face, this will happen. Put this code into the custom night menu, and when you enter the game, everyone will disappear. This will leave Shadow Candy. Shadow Candy will then enter your office and jump scare you, teleporting you to a secret hidden special night. In this night, he will start at Camp 13, which is the off-limits backroom zone that Rat spawns. He will then roam the camera, sometimes invisible to the night vision. When he arrives at your office, he will lunge at you from the window or both doors. If jump scared, he will not end your game, but instead drain some of your power and move the clock back by 1 hour. Once you run out of power, he will instantly end your game. If you manage to beat this night, a secret cutscene teasing Five Nights at Candy's 4 will play.
I feel that time is bleeding from my hands. I don't know if I'm going insane or something. Nothing works. I know it should work, but it just doesn't. It's like he's... I guess I just need to sleep. As much as I hate having to spend my time like that. Unconscious and lifeless. Like him. I won't stop until he's absolutely perfect. End of audio log.
Pop Goes, or as it was originally named Weaselware, is a Five Nights at Freddy's fan game released in 2016. Taking slight inspiration from Five Nights at Candy's and all the models from the game being spare ones used by Emil Mako, this game is up there in the ranks of highly respected Five Nights at Freddy's fan games. This game completely switches up the Five Nights at Freddy's formula and replaces it with engaging gameplay and a deep story that will keep you active for most of your time playing. To start, the gameplay in this game has a few added features, including the fact that the animatronics start right behind you. With a brand new phone mechanic and a panic meter you will have to manage, all these new buttons can be overwhelming at first. To simplify this, I will explain each mechanic with the animatronic it is tied to. First on the roster is the Weasel himself, Pop Goes. He will be the first threat you encounter and is active from nights 1 to 6. He will start on the main stage and make his way to one of the 6 printers spread throughout the restaurant. Once there, he will print out an animatronic body part and place it behind you. There is a reason for this that we will get to later. To stop this, use that brand new shiny phone of yours to shut down the power in the room he is in, forcing him to relocate and find another printer. The next two move in a pair. Saffron and Sarah the squirrel will start on the main stage and make their way to the ventilation system. Once in, you will have to use your phone to heat up the vent, stalling them from moving. The heat lasts only 9 seconds, meaning if you get distracted for 20 seconds, they will most likely move through to the next vent. Once they make it past all the vents, they will appear above you and snatch your phone from you. This basically means you're a sitting duck and you can do nothing but sit there and stare out the window as your panic meter will start to rise rapidly. Stone the Crow is basically the balloon boy of this game, constantly blocking your camera view and putting up confusing signs telling you to panic and that you were lied to. Remember that panic meter I told you about? Well, in order to make it go down, you must stare out this window to your right. Stone the Crow just so happens to be in this window. He will occasionally stare at you with red glowing eyes, causing your panic meter to rapidly start rising. When this meter fills up fully, it will result in a jump scare from whatever animatronic caused the panic meter to hit its limit. Blake the Badger is the easiest to counter. Being seated right to the left of the player, he will occasionally stand up and move to the storage room. In there, the screen will flash multiple colors until picking one. There will be a layout of giant buttons in front of the player. Select whichever color the button on the screen is glowing and hit the Badger button. This will cause him to reset. But before he goes back to his swamp-ass gaming chair, he will appear to the left of the player for a solid 10 seconds. And if looked at during this, will cause the player's panic meter to rise by about 20 to 25%. This last threat is by far the most annoying. The Black Rabbit is an animatronic that can only jump scare you after being fully built. Every time Pop Goes successfully prints one of those animatronic body parts, he will put it on the table behind the player. These body parts belong to the Black Rabbit. If he collects all the body parts, the Black Rabbit will jump scare you, ending your game.
maybe not.